talking about Montreal going down to minus 40.
Happy Monday, everyone. This is Ryan and Richard from the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario. Now, this is a virtual pigeon club. You can't get kicked out of this. We can hate your thoughts and your opinions, and you can hate everything we do too. But at the end of the day, you can't get kicked out. You can't get voted out. Can't get any of that.
So you mean what you're saying, Ryan, is I can call you an asshole and I won't get kicked out?
You can call me anything you'd like.
That's beautiful. What a show. I love it, man. I love it.
And
This
for
brings out
for you guys that are worried, you don't have to worry. You're not going to get banned. Just let it off your chest. Let what's bothering you is out. And this show works the best when you participate.
and
Participation is key.
the other thing I'm going to say is if you're worried about coming on our show, and let's say you say your real name is so and so, you could use a false name because we know you're afraid to go back into your real life and get thrown out. So use a false name. Say your name is Hoopla Hoopla. We understand. We will understand until you get to understand what we're talking about. Come out in the open. You won't get banned from anything on this show. It's like what was the other group there, Ryan? They banned us off.
Well, I can't remember because they don't bring any good content to their shows, anyways.
So they banned us off. It's like, wow.
Well, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't really. They didn't really.
It was that one. Excuse me.
Listen.
That Dutchman there in Canada here. He calls himself a Dutchman, but he would be ashamed to go back to Holland. And he was on that program.
Do me a favor. Don't insult Oscar DeVries. Don't insult them.
It was Oscar DeVries. I don't want you to. He had some kind.
I don't want you to run him down. He's got enough problems trying to get gloves to fit, trying to find out different rules to get people thrown out. Don't pick on Oscar. Don't. I don't want you to. I'm going to stand up for him. Someone's got to. So don't pick on him.
All I'm saying is he had some kind of broadcast going over there somewhere, and anything that we had addressed, he would cut off. And I'm just saying, we don't do that. We're straight shooters like this. Watch this. Right from the hip. That's it. Straight.
Listen, I don't want you though to pick on Oscar because he's just a wimp, and we don't want to pick on him because he can't defend himself. He can't.
Any more stress on the guy. And if I could see anything, he needs to eat a bag of potatoes every night. Try and get some weight on him so he can, you know what I mean. It's like, so he can go. But
hey,
and he's
you know
trimmed,
what?
Everything. He can't afford to lose no more weight. Oscar, if he's we brought up his name again. He's like a celebrity now. And yeah, so you're free. We're going back. Anybody free to come on the show. Say what you want to say. We'll take it in. And that's it.
Yeah, we're
but
gonna. This is our own virtual pigeon club, and you guys are all invited. That's what we're saying. But tonight we got some big things going on tonight. Tonight we play for the Pigeon Boss Awards, round one. It will be a $300 Feathers Elite dollars. Okay, if you win, you get to use the money at Feathers Elite. So that's for our one laugh race. That's for buying a pigeon. That's for quarantine fees. That's for buying a sweater. Something like that. You can only use it at our facilities. I think we had 19 people submit entries. There were people that just texted me photos. I didn't respond to that. I'm very happy that you did, but if you took the time and followed the rules, you had to email it in to Leah there, and she's going to put them up. But there's 19 people are going to play for some money in the next 3 weekends, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do that about half hour into the show. Again, this show works best when you guys participate. I can't figure out, Ricky, why we keep getting an echo. I can't figure that out.
is that my phone?
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't think you've done something. I
No,
can't
but
figure it out.
I get different people saying they're getting an echo. Uh, could there be a little dust or something on my speaker on my phone?
Just leave it. Elliot Goldman says good evening. Jeff Henderson says good evening. Dave Tracy says good evening. Josh Tribbley says, "Can I be the sergeant of arms in this virtual club?" Sure, Josh, you can be the president. You can be the boss. I don't really give a shit. To me, it does not matter.
But
You all are the presidents.
first of all, for him to be accepted by oath, he must say that he is an asshole. And that is a total acceptance into the group. You
Well,
got to admit you're an asshole. And like we all are assholes and we've all admitted it. But to come in, you must admit by oath, you're an asshole.
I had a gentleman today wrote me something quite interesting. He said, I have to stop buying off of other pigeon auction sites. And I'm only going to be buying from yours. Now, I thought, well, that was interesting. That was an interesting thing. Okay. And I wondered why. But before I got a chance to ask why, the gentleman wrote me back and said, this is my reason for this. He said, other auction sites, all I get is a photograph and a pedigree. But I got to know how to read the pedigree. And the photographs are just photographs. They all look good, pretty much. He said that your auction site or our auction site gives so much information that I don't even really have to read the pedigrees. Between Leah giving the description of the pedigree, myself giving the description of the actual bird, and actually seeing the bird in live real time, he said this is a game changer. And that was kind of a nice thing to hear.
Very nice.
That was nice. I liked that. I liked how someone thought outside the box.
Yeah, very nice. And
Echoes on my end. I don't know why there's an echo on my end.
I think everyone is getting an echo. I think it's off my cell phone.
I don't know what you did to it. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I don't get an echo from you, but you get one from me. Or like, how's it working?
I don't know.
I don't understand it. I thought maybe the speakers jammed up or something. I don't.
No, even when I call you lately, all it's been doing is echoing. So if it is echoing for multiple people, let me know.
If I go on regular speaker, doesn't echo. Like
Yeah,
then
but
I can.
we can't do regular speaker on here because it's the show speaker.
Okay. Okay. So you're hearing an echo. What about the audience? Do they
Well,
hear an echo?
only one person said it, but that's Michael Peevler. Not against nothing, but on YouTube, are we echoing? Let's see what the people say. Milton says, totally true. Ryan and Leah, you do awesome. Yes, well, I don't know if we do awesome. I think we just do the job that's supposed to be done. And I think all the other auction sites, very easy to take a photo and put it up and stick a pedigree. I mean, you take a look at the shit that people put up and sell, it's unbelievable. And people wonder why they buy birds and get nothing comes of it. I mean, really, all you got to do is take a photo and put a pedigree up, and it's all done. Yeah, it is an
Well,
echo.
I'll
So your phone's. Can you disconnect and reconnect, Ricky?
oh my God. So what do you mean? Shut down?
Yeah, get off and come back on. Let's see if that fixes it. Because that ain't going to work if you're echoing because you did something to your phone. I don't think it's
So
going to fix it, but.
so I don't think so either because this has been going on for a week. Ever since last show, I took the cover off my phone, right? And then I put it back on, start echoing.
You can hear an echo
So,
on both ends.
so unless I don't think that's going to happen. I thought maybe there's dirt on the speaker part or something, dust in there or something. I don't know. Now
It
some
was
people
it,
get an
it was
echo.
it was doing it last week as well. So I don't know how we're
Oh,
gonna fix this.
uh, now how bad is it? You're talking to me. Absolutely no zero echo
Okay, but when I talk to you, I can hear the echo.
on your end. Yeah. Now what a
I can hear
there's
my
no
echo to you.
yeah. I don't hear you're clear. Everything's nice and clear.
Well, we got a problem. How do I fix this?
Okay, what about the audience? Do they hear echo?
I just told you the audience hears an echo.
Oh,
So let me just see. Uh, let's just see. Is that better? I think there's
for
still
me,
echo.
it
Is that better?
at my end, it sounds perfect. It's always sound perfect. How do you hear it on
How's
my end?
that sound?
I'm calling you now. How does it work?
I don't
How's
know.
it work?
We're gonna do this for an hour. It's bullshit. Who cares? It is what it is tonight. Nothing I can do.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I had some people actually text me, they emailed me, and they said, "Hey, Ricky, try and fix your hair up a bit," and I
Okay.
have, and hopefully it looks a bit better.
Oh,
I
looks
mean,
great.
I appreciate that, and hopefully it looks better. It's good.
So I'm not sure. Now that we got this echo, is the? I mean, I'd like to say to the people, how bad is the echo, so I can figure out better but louder. I'm on
You're
YouTube. No echo. All good. All right. So someone says there's no echo. Not bad echo. We're gonna keep going.
you got
Danny Lee says,
actually for me, there's absolutely zero
yeah, you've
echo.
told me
It's
there's no
perfect.
echo. Can you tell
Right.
me 5 more times that there's no bloody echo? Because you keep telling me there's no echo. I'm talking to the audience, and you keep telling me there's no echo on your end. How many more times do you want to tell me there's no echo? Anyways,
See that's what I'm saying, folks. When you're on our show, you're allowed to call people.
all right.
Take it easy. I'm just trying to help
Running
you
off
out.
Feathers Pigeon auctions right now. Let's get her up. Let's move on. Paint's getting deep here. We got Emil Denny's. Oh, I shouldn't show this one first. We show the other one first. First up, we got Team Van de Pasch with their max pair. Cock and the hen. Not the highest ranked pair, but again, selected by Team Van de Pasch. I brought the cock in for you guys tonight before we get on to our subjects. Here he is. He's definitely a deeper pigeon. He's not as tight. He's not my favorite, but I'm not going to
From
lie.
from what I see, he looks fairly young.
He's young. He's a little raggy.
Yeah.
He's
So
he's got five. What has he got? He's got 5 flights to go.
you can't really judge him.
Wow. I, he's not bad. He's just nervous a bit. Again, real nice. The muscles pop out good on him. He's just a little bit underdeveloped yet. He's got to develop a bit more. I think another 6 months he'd be nicer. He's never going to be a 10. He's going to hit the high 8s. That's where he's going to hit. That's where he's going to score. Again, selected by Ricardo Van de Pasch there. Ricardo from Team Van de Pasch. But there he is. Pedigree's loaded. Good pedigree. Pigeon's got a nice vibration. And
Now
these,
I see. Excuse me. I see in the flights there. He looks like he's got some bronze in him.
no, that's just old flights. Those are just young baby flights.
Yeah. So that pigeon there, in another year from now, he'll be a super.
Well, he's not going to be a super. He's not going to be a 12. He's going to be an 8.5 to a 9. That's where he's going to be. Pedigree, though, is good. But I got to be honest, right? But there's the
Yep.
cock in the match pair for you guys to look at. And I wanted to show you the Emil Denny's match pair. And I will throw this up. Again, this is related. The cockbird in this sale is related to his Thailand Masters 8th place winner. Or third ace pigeon, 8th place winner. Here he is. He's a deep, very young cock. A little bit more solid, a deeper pigeon. Not overly loaded with muscle, but the back is good. The vents are nice. Forearm is nice.
Tight wing.
Yeah, wings tight.
I
Again, just a
I
little
see.
deep
I
here.
seen that back right off the thing. The back is perfect on that bird.
Yeah, he's more of a bar. Just you could use a little bit more muscle, but that's okay. I mean, these are distance pigeons,
Where
but you
where,
see,
where is he in the wing? I think he's way further ahead.
uh, yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah.
I
So
think
I
he's
mean
done.
that makes a big thing. You could say a bird right now is he's about an 8, but he's only halfway through the wing. That's going to change big time.
He's nice. He's balanced in your hands. Back is
Balance. I
nice.
I
You
was just
see,
going to say that.
he's like a bar. You see,
Yeah,
he
balance. I
handles the
see. I see the
balance.
balance.
Look, you don't even need hands with him.
No, and the other thing, when you balance him, his tail doesn't change, eh?
No, he's balanced.
Yeah, he keeps his balance.
Yeah. So
I
this is
see.
the
I see
cock.
that.
Go do your research a little bit. Go watch the video on the pair. Go take a look. I think you're going to be impressed with this pair. Again, Emil Denny's been winning for almost 100 years. Let me get back to the comments. Again, I'm sorry for the echo. We're going to have to work that out.
Excuse me 1 second. You hear your own echo. I don't hear it.
I don't. I'm just telling the audience this. I don't need your feedback every time on the goddamn echo. It's like
I'm
that's your
saying
job is to just keep
I
bringing
don't
up the
hear
echo.
echo.
See, guys, when you talk to Ricky about this is like talking to Mike Vanderyak about droppers. It's so stupid, it's not even funny.
Where's Mike Vandriak? Come on, Mike.
Well,
We need help.
I hope he's watching the Lambrex Pigeons Loft Tour. At about the between the 20th and 30th minute of the tour, all three of the Lambrex use droppers. But hey, as they say, Mike who? Genetic Potential says Ricky7 looking fresh tonight. Oh, of course he's looking fresh. Wait till you see him. Echo is gone off Ryan, Ricky's end, just on your end, Ryan. Well, of course, we don't know why it's on my end. My friend from Hawaii says, "Hey guys, everything sounds good." Okay. Sonia, Flowerling, Jeff, Siam, blah blah. Fingers red, number one. Okay. Well, whatever that means. So tonight we're going to be playing a round of Pigeon Bingo for 300 Feathers Elite dollars. If you did submit your entries, you were on this board. You know what I am quite disappointed in? I'm quite disappointed in the local people in our area that had some good results. And that I always find always want money. You always try and want some money. You know, they want something. They had opportunities to post their results and nothing. But that's okay because the people who did, they're getting points for it, and that's a good thing. What else did I want to say?
Well, the local people, they're probably a little bit shy on the shy side, conservative side. And sorry, but you got good, excellent birds, and you didn't want to put it out because you're shy, because you don't want any of the other sheep to see that you participated. That's the way I look at it, right?
Well, you never know. But anyways, we've got this going on. We're going to do this for 3 weeks. Again, at the 30th minute. So in about 10 minutes time from now, we're going to play round number one. Hopefully, it goes well tonight. And again, the rules are the pigeon's got to completely shit on your name. If it shits on your name and someone else's, and it looks like it's a tie, we just clean that up and we redo it again. We're giving one prize away tonight, and it's 300 Feathers Elite dollars. Again, in about 10 minutes' time, we're going to get to this. We also have running at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. We've got Xavier Verstrada with 4 real nice pigeons from his top breeders. And we've got Lambrex Pigeons that just opened yesterday. Real world-class pigeons, both of these sales. Check, do your homework. The Lambrex pigeons are super fast pigeons from basically 100 miles to 350 miles. They're rocket ships. But this show isn't about the auctions. It's a little bit. Ricky, what did you have to say tonight? What was on your mind? Or what was on the audience's mind? Everyone's so quiet. Sometimes I got to think of everything. I know it is my show, but
I've got a few items here on my mind, and uh, I know I mentioned a few weeks ago. I'm going to just post this out. Winter shows. How do you feel about winter shows? That means, like right now, people are having winter shows.
but
I'm gonna feed this out. It's
yeah.
kind of like a social event for guys to get together, maybe a little place, and they bring their birds out to a show. But people would say, "Well, why is Ricky saying winter shows? This is stupid, man." No, I'm feeling what's going for the birds. And I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, and there wasn't anyone that came back with any feedback. They're kind of going like, "Well, what's Ricky talking about? What is he stupid?" Well,
I know we don't. I didn't really want to go on about shows, but I don't really.
I'm saying
I thought
I'm
about
just
the answer.
hold on a minute. Okay, what did you think about the question
Well,
and
I
the
thought
answer?
about the answer. I think winter shows are real good because it allows pigeon keepers to be pigeon keepers. A guy who's in there to race and dominate and do the job correctly, he's going to ignore that and let the what I call the pigeon keepers do that. And that's fine because there's winners and then there's pigeon keepers. And some pigeon keepers think they're pigeon racers, but they're really not. And I think if you look at the majority of the pigeon flyers, I think it's very good for them because it gives them an opportunity to do something with a pigeon other than something they cannot do. So I think shows, I think they should have more and more shows and let the pigeon keepers have a bit of fun. But the pigeon racers, if they're really serious, they won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. You know, I was with today Luke Vandeplas, and we're going to be doing an auction for Luke. Very well respected pigeon man. And, you know, I said to him, I like the pigeons. They're nice. The vents are a little open on this one, or the back comes up a little on this one. And he said, Ryan, do we want show pigeons or do we want firecrackers? So, well, we obviously want the racing machines. And you could feel these birds they were pretty much perfect. They were in the 9.5s. But, you know, we kind of talked about that. We also talked about something that he thought he was disgusted from a Canadian. A Canadian bought pigeons from him. And he bought 3 or 4 pigeons, and 2 of them bred race winners. The other 2 didn't breed him anything. And he called Luke and he said, you know, these 2 didn't breed nothing, and I'm going to turn around and I'm going to sell them. And Luke gave him shit. Luke said, no, no, please don't sell my pigeons like that. Just kill them. Get rid of them. Sell youngsters off the good ones, but don't sell these direct ones if they haven't done nothing for you. And the guy said, well, I want to get my money back. Now, listen to what I'm saying. You see auction sites, not Feathers Elite, because we don't do retreaded pigeons. We do first time out pigeons. It's the other sites that people can dump them on and you guys have an opportunity. Most of the time, it will be a waste of your time. Anyways, I got a comment. I would like to know, Frank says, I would like to know if you had made your decision regarding whether you are going to do 15 100-mile races this year. I guess we got to get this going here. I kind of think I like that 15 times. What do you think, Ricky?
I think 15 times would be the limit. Um, 100 miles 15 times. Those the best birds will do 15 times no problem. 100 miles every day, but it's going to be every day, no matter what the weather. They're not going to go up in rain, but if they get an hour clear of rain, they're going up. It's only 100 miles. That's the way I look at it. It's not going to be a candy ass 15 times 100 miles. So
No.
it's going to be. Excuse me. I got to let my dog out now. She's whining.
So we have to make it the right way. I just haven't put it up yet. I have been thinking about it. Again, we have to do that driving, but I think that could be a fun race. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to make the perch fee, how many birds we want to put in. I'm thinking maybe a 5 or 6 bird team. I'm thinking on the lines of $1,000 to $1,500 that comes in with the pigeons. So we've got some prize money up front. We've got the perch fee up front, and then activation starts when training comes. That was my original thought after kicking it over 20 times. Now, some people said, well, do 100 miles 7 times or 100 miles 10 times. You might want to call, might want to give him a call. Might want to give him a call. Okay. I don't know. I'm doing a show. People message me when I do this. But, anyways, that was kind of the thought. I still like the 15. I mean, I like 12 too. But I'm just thinking 15 is going to be a real challenge. That's going to give them 1,500 miles in, geez, what will that be? 1,500 miles in 15 days. But if they have headwinds, it's going to be more. And they're going to be trained up to 50 miles. So we're going to train them up. And once we start training, I think that's when activation should come because the birds got to be settled. I've still been debating on when we want to start taking birds. I think we want to do it in a 3-week window. Or does that matter? But I mean, I think it does matter. Get the birds in and let's get going, kind of.
I think take them in from the 1st of April to the 3rd week of April.
Are people going to
Let's
have
get
birds?
well,
Or
I'm thinking of
what about the middle of
I'm
April to the 1st of May? No,
okay, okay. So
JD. I'm not no 300 mile, 100 mile, 300 mile, 200 mile, 300 mile. What is this? Three 100s, three 200s, and three 300s. Nope, I've done a series like that. I'm not putting all that mileage into it. I'm just I'm not.
well, take
I just think
take
it's
taking them to 100 miles would be just driving would be 3 hours driving.
well. If, if you were to get this is what I found out. Most pigeon men want to have pigeons that can go from start to finish. Right? The harder you make it, the less pigeons that make it. And 3 times 300 miles, it's not the easiest.
Three
And
times 300, very hard.
if we don't do the I hate to say this, I'm going to use it, and don't get offended, America, the American way, and pick every bloody tailwind. If we pick it properly and say these are the dates we're going, and then we hit 3 times headwinds, the pigeons are going to crash and burn. They'll crash and burn at 200. They will crash and burn.
Well, even if you want to go 100 miles, 15 times 100 miles, I'm telling you, half the birds will do it half the time.
Well,
Right? They'll do it 7 times, no problem. But then once we get going, and if we hit a headwind, we're gonna hit rain. 100 miles is zero. It's nothing.
look at
But if they hit rain, if they start with a good hour, no rain, they go up. They're only flying 100 miles. Now they're going to hit a problem. You're going to start dropping birds.
So, yeah, JD, we're talking about 15 days in a row, right? The birds can get let out anytime from 7 in the morning till, I'm not going to lie, till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
Okay? Because it should be a 2 to 3 hour flight. Lots of echoes. I can't fix the echoes tonight. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. You're going to have to bear with it tonight, though. I'm just sorry. I'll have to look into it. I can't figure it out. Mind boggling. Uh, David Tracy says stick with 15 times 100 miles or 6-bird team. How about 15 times, 8 times 100 miles, and 7 times 150 miles? Yeah, I just Yeah,
No,
it's good.
so
You know what I think we're gonna do though? I think by go for this first season, this has never been done. So I think 100 miles 15 times is fair enough. I mean, sure.
okay. So I'm going to ask the question. David Tracy said take him 100 miles so many times and then go to 150 miles. What's his idea of that?
Well, I just think he doesn't think the 100 miles will be tough enough, and I'm not sure how it will be running them 15
I
times.
almost think like he is. You're going to get if you took in, let's say, 300 birds. You're going to have half of them aren't going to make it to halfway across that. But then there's going to be the other half
Well,
that are going to be, they'll handle
y- y-
100 miles no problem. But the only other thing is that will screw them up is, your weather, your fog, your rain, your shit in 100 miles. That'll screw up some birds.
you know,
So,
I was talking with Carl Landbrecht. He had a cock last year, a young bird cock. He flew Kievrant, which is 62 miles to here. He flew the young cock 33 times in the summer. Very good, eh?
mhm.
Okay. But that's not every day. And I think what people forget is it's not on a day, off a day, on a day, off a day. It's every day. And, maybe they say crawl before, you got to crawl before you walk.
Mhm.
If you get 2 or 3 days of strong headwinds, it can be very tough
And heat.
and heat. But the nice part about it is it's going to be based on average speed. So it's the pigeon that can go from start to finish and keep it at the top. I think that's interesting. I know everyone's all jacked up about 300 miles, jacked up about 300 miles, all jacked up. You know what? I look on Win Companion. There's 78 races, and really, there's probably only 3 or 4 where the birds do any work. The rest of it's just coast home bullshit. But that's how it's got to be because they got to get people coming back, and I get it. So I think this here can be very good, or this could be a complete wipeout. Because how many people on this show have taken their birds 100 miles every day for half a month, for 15 days? How many of them done it? We don't know.
No
Maybe
one.
this is stupid. Maybe we should just be like the other races and just do a 100, a 200, and a 300 and yippity yo ki. But that doesn't interest me.
Okay, so I don't know what to say, but we're getting off that topic about shows, and I agree
Oh.
on what you say. I think
If
you're hold on a minute. You're talking about a sociable get together, guys that the non-real pigeon flyer get together, and I think that's all it's about. The non-real pigeon flyer uh, 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 thing. There's a show to his family. I got to go to a show. Let me take my bird. It's minus 20 degrees. You're going to take them in a place where it's
okay,
85 degrees.
yeah, but
You know
hold
what?
on.
Don't. I'm just saying that is not
That's
fair to the birds.
yeah.
Like
What
I
are you
got
what are
birds.
you
I
what are
got
you
bird.
what are you gonna do?
I
First
I
of all,
got
it's
bird.
the club. It's the club president or whoever put it on. It's his fault, first of all. Then he tells the sheep, come on to the show. Now the dumb sheep, they follow that. So you know what? You can't help that. So
No,
if
so
you
they bring their birds, they take them out at minus 20 degrees, take them into a show house, 85 degrees. They just put them in the cage and say, they forget about it. Let's have a hot dog and a coffee and whatever they do. I'm just saying it's not fair to the birds.
Okay. Well,
And I don't understand why they have these Mickey Mouse shows. because I put years ago I put birds in the shows, which I had birds in flying condition,
You've
and I
already
put
said
them in the
this.
show, and I said, "Well,
We we
why did I get why did it get thrown out?" Well, your bird is in too much of a flying condition; it's too lean. The judge likes them a little more bulky. Well, that's not a show.
well, yeah, but have you ever
And
thought?
I won't go back to
Have
those
you ever
shows.
thought of
I
the
seen the
people?
birds. Hold on, I seen the birds in the show cages. Their mouths are opening up like this because of the heat in the room. You take a bird from -20 into a building that's plus 35,
Right, we get
and
that.
I brought
You,
this up. You asking me, I think it's totally ridiculous.
right.
If you want to have a good time with your friends, go and see them. That's it. Go to a bar. Go where they have girls stripping. Whatever you do, just go, all the guys together. Leave the birds at home and let them feel comfortable in their
All right,
environment.
that's Ricky's thought, and I think that's a good one. Moving on.
Anyone else have the same thought?
I don't really know. We'll see. I haven't had anyone make a comment on it, so I don't think it's a very
So
important
they
subject.
feel it's ridiculous. The other comment I got here, just to post up,
Oh,
is conduct at a club. Okay, and one of my main points is examining birds.
okay,
That
we
totally pisses me off.
okay we
And
were. Go ahead.
it totally pisses me off. You take your bird to the club, and the thing that really pisses me off is certain people want to handle your birds. Who are these people? You know, and I like it, Ryan. You showed the show a while back where I think in China they have those fiberglass containers. You take your own bird, you put it into the container, it gets scanned on the pad through the fiberglass, then it goes into the trailer. I'm totally makes me puke when you go to a club and you got your birds and Johnny comes up. He wants to handle your bird. Next thing he's doing, he's giving it a physical. A physical. He's opening the wing. He's turning it upside down. He's opening the mouth. He's checking underneath. He's doing, hold on, man. Uh, like to me, that's anybody watching this show, totally tasteful, tasteless. Like terrible. I didn't want a veterinary inspection, man. And who are you to inspect my bird? Like, oh Ricky,
I
check this,
agree.
check this, check this.
I agree with you, and it is the same uh thing as we heard there in that Peterborough club that Oscar DeVries and his wife were wearing mittens to inspect the pigeons, and he didn't like. That's one thing he didn't like, that we heard about it through
Hold
a
on, I'm
club.
going to correct you. I don't think Oscar wore mittens. His wife did.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. They fly under Oscar and Linda DeVries. They're partners, right? So they were wearing mittens. Like I say to you, I'm your partner. Don't wear sunglasses in the pigeon loft, right? Right, right. So if I see you, you wear them in, I tell you off. We're a team on this. So they're partners. And you know what? They know a
But
lot better. But
I'm sorry, but sunglasses don't bother birds. My birds all know me with sunglasses.
I'm
If you want to
saying,
come in my loft, if you hold on, if you want to come in my
you
loft,
just
you
fucking
wear
do.
sunglasses. Otherwise, you get out. But mittens in the loft, don't. Exactly what you're saying. And some guys, I'm not saying Oscar and Linda DeVries. They did that. And when they did it, it's totally they did it at their club, and the president of the club right there, I believe it's Tony Popolo.
No, he's not.
He
No,
will.
they don't. That club doesn't have a president.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Tony Popolo.
No, it
Tony
doesn't.
Popolo.
I don't believe
Popolo.
so.
Yes, the
It's
man with the crutches. He's the
it's
president of the club.
Tony. I think Tony's not the president. I think the club is just at his place. I don't really
No,
know.
he's the president of
Okay.
that club.
All right. Can we move on from this?
No, I'm just saying, but examining at the club,
Right. We talked about
you
this.
get hold on, you
Wait.
get
We
a
just
guy. Oh, watch this. Oh,
you
whoa,
just said that.
whoa,
You said
whoa.
it.
Yeah, I'm totally against that. And anybody listening
Okay.
to me,
Yes, you said that.
I don't want you
Do
to
you want
turn
to
the
say it
bird
again?
upside down. You
What
know
are
what
you
they do?
against?
Do you want to know what some of these people do? They actually blow up the pigeon's rear end to see how it is. And they squeeze it to see if it, to me, anybody watching this show, I don't like it.
Okay. Are you done
And
with this point? Are we moving past this
I
now?
think it's a good point.
Okay. Well, do you want to
Now,
mention all the things again? We can just stay on this for another round.
anybody else coming on about this?
No, no one's coming on because you beat it to a dead horse.
Because they have no feeling. They don't know.
Back to we were
They
talking about
have,
one off
they
races
have,
and then we changed the
no,
subject
I'm
again.
sorry, but they have a zero feeling about what I said. And that means if you have a zero feeling, you're a dummy.
Okay.
I hate to say it. Okay, let's
Do,
talk
do,
about
do,
something
you,
else.
do you think most of the people really care? They don't.
But if I go to the club and I got my bird and some idiot starts pulling wings, turning it upside down, blowing up its rear end, open its mouth, do all this shit, and I say something, hey, bud, don't you do that, or wear rubber gloves, don't do that to my bird, I'm going to get thrown out of the club
No,
in
you
these
will not.
clubs.
You will not get thrown out because there's nobody in the clubs that wants any controversy or to stand up for what's right. They did it in the Peterborough Club. They just let it happen.
I'm standing up. I'm standing here like a lone soldier.
That's why
Nobody
you're
else
not in
wants
it.
to stand
That's
up.
why. That's why you're not in a pigeon club, nor am I. Because guess what? I don't give a shit. But guess what that gets you? It gets you on the outside of the fence. Because the people, they don't stand up for you. They don't say, yeah, that common sense makes sense. They look at you and go, you're loud, you're this, you're that. Who cares? It's blah, 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 blah. That's what they do. Robert Doctor said,
Ryan,
Richard, I had a guy do that to me, and he
I
hated it.
seen it. I seen it at clubs I was in, and the guy will pull up and
Okay,
he'll
I don't
handle
I
the
don't
bird.
want to go
And you
back
know what
over it again.
the next. Yeah, hold on. You know what the next thing this dude will tell you? Uh, okay, Ricky's bird's going through. Okay, here, hand it. He reads the band number. He starts doing this tricks thing, Doctor Shavagle, and then he'll go, well, Rick, I think your bird's a little on the heavy side. Oh, Rick, your bird's a little thin. Oh, Rick, your vent bone's a little tight on that bird or a little open on that bird. Oh, really? Who are you, Doctor Shavagle?
All right.
What do
So
I owe? Can I send you a check for the examination? How much I owe you? $50, $100? I didn't ask for this. Don't touch my bird. The way you're touching it, handling it, don't touch it. If you got your wife out in the car and she looks good, maybe I can go out and touch your wife. How would you like that? Oh no, you don't touch my wife. Well, you're touching my bird, man.
all
That
right.
pisses me right off.
Okay. We got that. We
Okay.
got that
Anybody
right
else
off.
got comments?
No,
Nobody else has comments,
this is
right?
a dead show. Frank Leopold says 15 times 100 miles every 2 days. No, they're going to go every day. We're going to try them every day on it. JD Teal says I'll send 6. Okay. Um, shit, Ricky, we're at 49 minutes into the show. Should we give some money away? What do you think?
Well, I got another couple issues here on my list,
Oh,
but apparently my issues are
Well,
You know what it is? You get zero response on this, and
but I think it's
the
because we've
people that
talked about it.
hold on a minute. The people are sitting at home going, "Oh, I think this is pretty right on." But I don't want to say nothing because guess what? Again, what we started at the start of the show: say what you want. We don't care. You're not going to get thrown off the show. We don't care. Right? Oh, wait a minute. Isn't Ricky being a bit of an asshole? Well, you know what I
Well,
mean? Like I
okay.
said, you can play around with my car, but don't play
Oh,
with my birds.
this could go for hours. This one subject could be painful for the whole family.
Okay, so another issue I got here, and I skipped one issue. I'm going to bring that back later. Is birds trapping into your loft?
Okay. What do you want? What do you want? What's your issue with this one?
What do you think about it?
If a bird traps into my loft, I do one of two things. As soon as it comes in, I grab it, I put it in a basket. And the next time I go out, I throw it out. That's one thing. The other thing is, I eliminate it. One of two. I don't call
Right.
people. I don't want anyone to call me. I don't care. Don't. I won't feed it. I won't water it. It'll go up the street. Out it'll go. I don't feed it in the loft. I know I might sound cruel, but if I let it drink in the loft, I let it eat in the loft, guarantee it comes back. Then I end up killing it. So I try to
Yeah.
fix it by throwing them out.
You know what? You're
What?
100% right. I hear too many people. Bird, bird came in. I hear 'em. These are pigeon flyers. Well, it came in, and you know what? I gave it food, and I filled it got water, and I gave it everything, and everything's, for him. It's good. Come on, can you pick it up, please? You know what? The bird made a mistake. Why should it get rewarded on making a mistake? Shouldn't. That's it.
Shouldn't.
And yeah, 100%. You're 100% right. I heard so many people. I came in and I gave it everything. What? Yeah,
Yeah,
I gave it everything.
Michael Peeler says Ricky has a shopping list tonight. Dave Crozier says push them. JD Teal says, so is the race going to be average speed series? Well, I think if we do 100 miles every day for 15 days, it has to be run on average speed. I'm going to make the activation not expensive so people can afford it. I think a six-bird team is pretty good. I think a bit of prize money should come up front and the perch fee should come up front. And I think the activation should start when we start training. Uh, I think that's a good idea. Now, I know Ricky's got another thing on his little list, so we better not stop him before we give these prizes away. Back to you, Ricky.
Okay. Uh, Something else that really bothered me. I heard through the grapevine.
Please, not tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna heard through the
No.
grapevine. Okay, now I heard that this. Okay, so the EOC
Okay.
put out this
I
for their flyers.
I
Hold
don't.
on, hold on.
Why are we
I'm
going
allowed to
down
talk
this
what I
road
want
tonight? I don't want to go down
because
this
you're
road.
asking me for something else, and I heard it through the grapevine.
But
That
did we
means
not?
hearsay.
Did we not agree
But
tonight to not talk about that?
okay, so I
Or
won't talk about it.
yeah, there's nothing to
Maybe,
talk about.
Bob Waterfall wants to come on and ask
No,
me to
Bob
talk
Waterfall
about
will
it.
not come on. It's painful. We already talked about them. If new information actually comes out that's real, we'll talk about it again.
I
We'll just
heard it through the grapevine.
okay. Well, that doesn't mean anything. I want to see it in an
Oh,
email.
okay,
Then
wait a
it's
minute. You can't. Okay, I didn't hear it through the grapevine. I said it myself.
Okay, so let's just can we just move forth?
Okay, skip it.
Skip it. Michael Peever says some will cut off the bands, so you cannot do anything with them. Yeah, I'm not there to cut the ring off. If I'm going to cut the ring off, I'll just eliminate the pigeon. Yeah, activation at 25 miles. Well, once we start training the birds, we're going to have activation because we're going to get them to 25 miles in about 4 tosses. So that's what I think.
I would say activation is soon they break.
Yeah,
That's it.
but I think before training, you see the birds out loft flying. Okay, then everyone's on the same fair page, right? Get your
Right.
money in. We're at the casino. Quit being what do they can't call it? Well, I don't know if they can come home. Well, you sent me racing pigeons, right? You sent me the shit that can fly. Put your money where your pigeons are. Maybe that's a little bit too harsh. That's maybe make it a little turn offy, but I don't know. I think if the birds are out, the birds are broke. You got chips on them. You guys see the birds going out and in and out and in and whatever. It's time to play. It's time to pay. I mean, training is still technically racing.
I think the best time to drop your birds in is when they're about a month old. I think that's the very best time. And I think between the first week in April till the third week in April, that's the best time to bring the birds. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What does the audience think?
Well, I know, I know people right now. They got birds that are 2, 3 weeks old. They got, eat, but you can't let them out. I'm saying after the first week of April, those youngsters are a month old prior to that April 7th.
Hmm.
When they hit April 7th, they're a month old. So that means they were hatched the middle of March till April 7th. We got a little warmer temperatures. After April 7th, the hawks around here, they seem to, they go. That's a perfect time. And then till the third week of April, let's say the 21st, something like
Okay.
that.
So
That's actually a real good time to bring them in. I would say. Now, I guess you can open it if you want to open it up till the second week of June. Go ahead. But those birds that come in that first week of April till the third week of April, the guy in the 7th of June is he's not. It's like he's not going to be able to ride the bicycle like those birds do in that first group.
I don't
Think
know.
about it. But if you want to come in and you want to pay the money, come on in. Bring them up right up till the middle of July. Hey, pay the money. The way you go. Right?
So,
It's not a
so
candy ass. It's not a candy ass situation. Let's make common sense, man.
oh, okay. So we'll have to think maybe next week within the by the 1st of February, I'll have something put together for this. I just
So
I
what does the audience think? When are
I
you
think
going to
they, I
start
think they
racing?
just I think they just well we're gonna race in September, right? End of
September.
September.
So maybe a guy says, "Oh, July 15th, they're going to bring it over." Bring it over, man. Bring it
Oh,
over. But
yeah,
meanwhile, the
but
other birds have already been loft flying for like 2 months. Bring it over. Maybe it has a chance. You know what I mean? I got to let the dog out.
yeah. All right. We're gonna get ready here when Ricky makes it back to play around the pigeon bingo. I think I wanted to do it at the 30-minute mark, and we're at the 60-minute mark. A reminder: we're paying out one prize today of 300 Feathers Elite dollars. You can use it at any auction or for a one off race or anything like that. But I recommend using it for the auctions because, hey, we showed the other day with Stable and Sons, you get some real good birds. And if it's a $300 prize that you've won today, and you buy the pigeon for $900, you only have to pay the $600, or you don't have to pay the quarantine. It gets you a free quarantine. Shorten the window is better. Yeah, I think shortening the window, Mike, is better. But I'm trying to figure out when's the best time for Canadians and Americans to send. That's my only thing. Is it the first week of May to the second week of May? Is it the second week of April? Is it the last week of May? Nelson
Uh,
Pigeon says this is a good time. 15th of April to the 7th of May. That's not bad.
if I can say something, anyone watching this show, they're interested, right? Right now we're in January. If you want to get birds ready for the first week of April, you put them together the third week in February. You're going to have beautiful young ones by that
But
time. So I
but
mean,
but you
like
you
how
you
much?
got you've got to remember though, there's people that don't breed early. They put them together in the middle of February. Then they want to keep the first round maybe for themselves or whatever. I almost think, in my opinion, you're
Hmm.
better to go, let's just say, the first week of May to the 15th of May. It gets allows people, if the first round is shit, they got the second round, or they could be already on their third round. I think the intake should be around the first week of May.
Now, if someone's got birds earlier, do you take them?
No, because I don't want to. I don't feel like babysitting. Do you feel like babysitting? I don't know. If you feel like
No,
that's the
no,
whole
not
thing.
really,
You know,
not
here's the
really.
thing: you get people
I
that call you and they want to bring them in April. You get people that want to bring them in 3 weeks into June.
Hey, listen, I know exactly what you're saying, my friend. I had people calling me last year. They called me the third week in January, and they said, "Hey, Ricky, how you doing? Blah blah blah. You know, nice thing. Your hair looks good. Everything's good. Yeah. Oh, Ricky, I just want to tell you something. Uh, you know, I got already 95 young ones banded. Okay, you get
That's
those guys, but I guess they got an option. Those guys that band early, they got an option to select what they want in that time. And the birds could be a bit older, but what that means is they're a bit dumber as well.
well. I'm not gonna say they're dumber because everyone's different.
Well,
Oh,
I'm saying if you sit on the couch, you're you can't compete against a bird that doesn't sit on the couch.
well, yeah, but it's not. Listen, it's not my job to tell somebody that what they've done in January is
Oh, but what
create
I'm
dumb
saying
pigeons.
is, I got people that have called me
Okay,
saying,
all right.
Ricky, watch out this year. I'm going to be a
What
superstar. I
does
said,
that
oh,
have
yeah?
to? What does
Oh,
that
yeah.
have to do
It's a
with this
sec.
race?
Wait, no, but what I'm saying is, guys, they think they're breeding birds. They got birds banded, 100 birds banded by the middle of January. And like, watch out. I'm a
But
superstar.
if
I'm
you're
just saying
if you're in
that
the
doesn't work.
area, if you're somewhere in America where you can do that and you have good weather and you can play the pigeons, that's fine. Go out and do that. In our area, you can't. But there's still people who do it. Some people think they get good results. I don't think they do. But it's not up to me. I don't care.
So what you said is before is give people time to arrange to have birds sent between the last week of April, first or second week of May. Give them all time. So there you go. You got time.
Yeah, I think you give more time,
I think that's good.
right?
Yep.
And again, I always say people try not to bring pigeons that are on their second and third and fifth and eighth flight. Last year we had people that brought birds on their eighth flight. Makes it almost impossible to break them. It's just a ridiculous thing. Every time I add new birds, you slow the team down. Well, we know that, but the problem that you have, Mike, is if you said to everybody, F it, you're all going to come on one weekend. I wonder how many guys you'd get. How many guys could organize that shit to be right on? So say the first weekend of May, we're taking those birds in for 7 days. That's it. I
Well,
wonder how many people could get it organized to do it.
I know exactly what you're saying. I had it before. A guy will say, "Oh man, I was gone to Cuba for 2 months, and I haven't been back, and blah blah." Boom. That's what it is. Or
And
I was gone on
the,
working for a
the,
month and a half. I
the,
can't get the birds there in time. Oh, I can't do it. Okay. So this is where you got, I understand what Mike says. He's 100% right.
right. So, I mean, I'd like to put a strict window. I just would put a stricter window, I think, a little later. No heat at the Sarnia show. Well, that's good. I was at the Sarnia show. Was I at the Sarnia show in the greenhouse? That had nice heat in there. It wasn't bad. Remember
So,
we had the sunny day in there?
oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, no heat in the Sarnia show, but okay, if it's minus 20 out and you walk into a room that's, let's say, plus 10, that feels like it's perfect. Like, were they actually showing the birds outside?
No, they're showing them in the greenhouse. We've been there,
Yeah,
remember?
but no. So, I mean, what he's saying is no heat. There was actually no heat. Like, you could actually, no heat. So that means everybody was standing in there with their birds with snowmobile clothes on and hoodies on and everything. There was no heat in there. Like, I got my birds outside. There's no heat out there either, right?
Right. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's do the draw now, Ricky. Do you know how to rotate the camera? I'm gonna post up the special song and dance that we have.
Now
Are you
let's hope I hold the camera properly.
remember you
So
have to rotate it.
everything's.
I'm gonna play the song,
I'm
watch
gonna
the song,
rotate it.
then I'm gonna come to you. Guys, this is we're gonna play a round of pigeon bingo for 300 Feathers Elite dollars. Here we go. Take a look at this, guys. Ricky, do your thing. Don't
Hey,
talk. The
I'm
song's
getting
going.
nervous, man. I'm very nervous right now.
Be
Hold it,
quiet.
guys. Be calm.
All right, guys. I am waiting for Ricky to get the camera set up into the right direction.
I think we are, Ryan.
Yeah. Well.
Can you hear me?
Okay, we're gonna move over to the Ricky hand cam. There's the board. The name of the contestants are on the board. The pigeon's going to go in, and the pigeon's going to shit where he wants to shit. If he shits on your name, you are the winner. If he shits off, we're gonna have to put another bird in, or in a square that's no one's name, we have to bring out another bird. Ricky, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm so nervous. The camera's shaking right now in my hands. I got the bird in my hand. I'm going to put it in about a second. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here we go.
He's right in the middle. As we wait, whose name is he on? We have no clue.
Oh, he's looking confused.
He's in the corner now. Oh. As we wait. Ricky, maybe walk him over with your hand. All right, guys, we are going to give this. He's really not walking, but that's okay. He's doing the show stance here.
He's definitely a show pigeon. He's a satinette cockbird.
I'm not sure if we're going to get a shit here or not.
I don't know. If anything, he's going to drop off the paper.
Well,
Just hold on a minute.
I'm
Nope.
I'm thinking.
I don't think he's going to drop.
Okay, so I'll put the camera back to me. You grab him.
So I'll turn it back around, right?
No, I'll just got the camera on me. Just put your camera, leave it the way it is. Take the bird out.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next bird.
Okay, 1 second.
This
Just
is
gotta.
pigeon bingo, guys. You can cut the
I'm just gonna
tension with a
leave.
knife.
Pigeon
Phil,
bingo is always like a lot of fun.
sometimes we'll just play this for hours on like a Saturday evening. Just invite the neighbors over and play. As Ricky grabs the next one, I could play the song again, but I'm not going to.
Okay, I'm gonna
Let's.
grab the next one. By the way, this is one of the satnet, one of the cocks. He's a breeder.
Okay. Mike Vandriak asked, "Did we feed him today?" Mike, I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you watch the Lambrex pigeon video today? The loft tour? As we wait for Ricky to get the next bird. Give them some moldy corn. Absolutely. Moldy corn's real good for pigeons. I've
Okay,
given it to them before. They love it.
Okay, so I'm out here now. I'm back.
All right. Grab the
Okay,
camera up.
this bird's got about a half a crop of feed. So okay, so you see the board.
Go ahead.
There's the board. This is a hen bird. The last one was a cock bird. Gonna drop this in. There she goes. Standing right in the middle of the board.
God.
God. And I'm sure if I drop one of the chihuahuas in there, it'll shit.
This is like watching paint dry. I don't know how when I do it, they shit all the time. You get birds, they don't shit. All right, take that one out.
No, give it a minute.
It's not
Maybe
gonna
it'll
shit.
shit.
It's not gonna shit.
That hen looks like she's ready to lay an egg. See that?
Yeah. Oh, you got one more. I've never seen three that don't shit.
I got more out there. I can bring more in. Now this is a
Alrighty,
satinet hen,
let's grab
non-show
the next
quality.
one.
Give it a minute.
I'm
Maybe she'll
done. It's
shit.
not shitting. Let's go.
Okay, I can go out the loft and get more. I got another 20 I can bring in. I'm sure
How
we can
many do
get
you
a
have more in
shit.
the basket?
I got one more.
Please, for the love of God. God, if you're out there, get me through this. This is one of those things. My eyes are burning tonight. I'm worn out today.
Oh,
Uh,
we got a shit.
of course we did.
You want to see it? You see it right there?
No. Is it on somebody's name?
Yeah, David Tracy.
Okay, I can't see it, but I'm going to trust you. It's on David Tracy?
Okay, you can't see it. I'll focus right in. I'll take the bird out. I got the bird in my hand. Well, I'll use my finger. You'll see it's a pure shit.
Why don't you just take the cage off and show us the name?
Okay, I got the bird in my hand, right?
All right, I'll put it back to me. You couldn't have just waited till.
I can't believe this. It looks like we got two shits. One is here. You see it?
No.
Okay, hold on. I gotta
Sorry,
take this bird
guys.
out. One
Guys,
sec.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to refigure this out for next week because it's like we're dealing with a. So much fun. Uh, put in the two sinners. Those birds aren't worth a crap. LOL. Let's see what it says. Again, it's gonna take. I don't know. I guess he didn't have a basket in the
Okay,
house.
hold on a minute. I think we got to cancel this off because I can't understand it because we got a shit. Can you? Okay, I'll take the cage off. 1 second here.
I don't understand.
Okay,
This is the worst. The
I
worst.
got.
Guys, I'm sorry about this.
Okay. Hold on a minute. So I got a shit. I got a shit right here. Yeah. Do you see it?
Yeah, that's David
Right.
Tracy. Yeah,
Yeah. But then I got another shit. Uh, right
right
there.
there.
Chris
Okay, well,
Marshman.
so we don't know now who shit on it because you didn't do your job. So we got one more. Let's take those off.
Take these shits off.
Yeah. And you think you could focus on them?
So that first bird must have shit on Chris Marshman.
I don't know.
Must have.
I don't know.
Because I missed it. I guess I didn't see the shit coming out.
Well, maybe put your reading glasses on so you can see what's going on.
Okay, so I've got to put another bird up, put the cage up. Just hold on one sec. Get this
Sorry,
all
David.
reordered.
Sorry, Chris.
I'm just going to reorganize this. I got one more bird to put out.
Okay. Could you watch it this time instead of doing your whatever you're doing?
I'm going to watch it close. I never seen that first shit. Probably should have been Chris Marshman. I would have to say if I missed that was the first shit.
Well, you pulled the bird out and still didn't see the shit.
Then all of a sudden I see a shit. There's no way that bird shit twice.
It's a little painful, says Mike Green. I know, Mike. I'm sorry, but I'm in Belgium and I can't do every job. And my dad is slow in a good way. Where did you put the birds?
I got them outside. I'm not going to bring them in the heat.
Oh, fuck. Forget that. I forgot about pigeon shows. Oh, jeez. Should have done this outside in the snow. Would have been more fun. Well, I'm going to have to get the camera set up differently for next week because this is painful.
No,
But I'm
believe it
sorry,
or not,
guys.
I don't know if it was the first shit. I didn't see it. I can't believe that bird shit twice. But okay, here we go.
Put the camera up, please. For the love of God, put the camera up. Just hold it and put the bird in. Please, shit, bird. Just shit. There. You just shit.
Yep, he just shit. Right on Chris Marshman.
There you go. Round of
Yep.
applause, guys. Round of applause.
No, there it is. It just shit. A nice shit.
Alrighty.
You want me to take the cage off? No problem. Beautiful hen. She's a beauty.
Hey, guys, this is what
Okay,
we
I'll,
go
I'll
through
take the
here.
cage off.
Yeah. It's kind of like you're
Give
wondering
me
why
a
you're
second. I
watching
gotta
this
I gotta
show.
take the
Take the
bird out,
bird
right?
out. Don't slip on the snow. Put your jacket on and your little hat, mittens. Get your mittens on. Anyways, guys, there's your first winner. It looks to be Chris Marshman. So,
So back in. Give me a sec. I'm gonna take the cage off. You guys can verify it.
we couldn't have just had a little basket that you brought in to make shit quicker. Or I'm
I
surprised you
don't
didn't take
want to
them back
put. I
down to the
didn't want
loft.
them. Hold on. I respect my birds. I'm not bringing them into this heat.
Okay. You couldn't have brought them in for the 2 minutes to do it.
So the way it looks like, out of three shits, if I
Can
miss
I
two, if
can I just
I
see the
miss.
board?
Okay, wait.
There it is. You almost get it up. Can you put it up to the name? Can we see the shit on the name? Can you put the phone to the shit?
Okay, wait. Oh the heck. Okay,
There
there
it
you
is.
go.
Luke Vandeplas, Chris Marshman. There you go. All right, rotate the camera. We're moving on.
Okay.
Ah,
Nice shit too.
I know. Let's look. Next
All
week,
shits
guys,
for
we will
me.
have the birds inside, and we'll just go from bird to bird, so it doesn't take 5 hours. And
It doesn't
yes, I
matter. We're
know
not in a
both.
rush. We're not
Yeah,
in a
I know,
rush.
but you know what? I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush for the people watching that they have to watch this shit, and you're like jittery as hell with the camera. So congratulations, LMR means well. Give it to Mr. Tracy, y'all. We can't give it to Mr. Tracy.
Well, there was 3 shits, and 2 shits went to Chris Marshman. Okay, first 1 shit went to Chris Marshman. The other shit went to David Tracy, and then we had like kind of a right. We dropped the bird in again for some reason, right to Chris Marshman.
Okay. Fawcett and Son say how to contact you about importing pigeons here into the U.S. Well, you can call me 416-990-0187. You can message me on Messenger, Ryan Richard Zonigan. The best, though, is just to text message me, 416-990-0187. And, yeah. It was for our first time out, it was a bit painful. Next week, we got to try and get it a bit better. I'm going to see if we can get another device to put on the cage so Ricky can just put the bird in. It's hard with all the writing in black because the shits are black. It makes it a bit tricky. We had the board in color, but they didn't print it in color. My apologies to you guys on that one. And yeah, that was Pigeon Bingo. Congratulations to Chris Marchman, 300 Feathers Elite Dollar winner. Next week, we move up to $500. And on the third week, it's $1,000. You'll just, every week, it's just going to get better and better. And it keeps going on. And if we can get her going down right, then we might even go back to doing rounds of Pigeon Bingo. People can win some cash and we'll have some fun. Ricky, it's 3:30 here. We've been off for an hour and a half. I think tonight we got to cut her down.
Okay, good enough.
Congratulations to the winner. And
have a good night. Yeah. Have
again,
a good
guys,
night. Congratulations.
check out the auction next week. Let's see if I can have something ready for next week for the one laugh race. A lot of moving parts. I got a real busy week. Tomorrow I got to go to Joe and Florian Hendricks. So I got to go to the Netherlands. And I'm getting ready to ship the birds out from Belgium here to Poland to start quarantine. So, on that note, Ricky, good job tonight.
Keep healthy. Keep dry. Keep warm. Enjoy.
All right. That's Ricky. I'm Ryan. Monday Night Family Show. Next week it'll be better. Tonight was a rough night. All right, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Hey, Ricky, I'll see you next Monday.
Take care.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.